All right, everybody. Hello and good day, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thanks once again for joining us here on MLA Move Language Ahead Chit Chat Club. I think it's just a few minutes here after our start time, so we're going to go ahead and begin with our live MLA Chit Chat Club today, featuring careers in social media. So I'll ask my panelists to start sharing their video and audio with us, and we'll go ahead and get started today. So first of all, my name is Carson Langenfelder. I have the best job in the entire world. I have the distinct pleasure of getting to work with all of our MLA centers around the world. I get to work directly with our staff, our activity leaders, our teachers, all of our managers, even our MLA doctors, and get to provide some of the best programs that hopefully you guys and your friends have attended some of our summer schools, whether it's in the United States or Canada, Ireland, or the United Kingdom in the past. So two of the people that I have with me today also played a significant role over the past couple of years working with MLA. And we'll start with introducing Wadrima. Hi, Wadrima.
Hi, how are you? Hi,
Good.
everybody.
Wadrima, tell us a little bit about yourself, specifically right now, where you're calling us from, when and where you worked for MLA.
Right now I'm in Clemson, South Carolina. For the last 2 years, I've worked at the Miami Center for MLA. First started as an activity leader, then moved on to being the social media manager for the center.
Fantastic. And if you've seen any videos on the MLA Miami or MLA World page that are from Miami with those beautiful Wynwood walls, the graffiti walls that are down there, or even the arrival video, the alligator video was one of my favorites. Those were all made by Wadrima. So she is really incredible when it comes to media, videos, social media. And we're happy to have you with us today, Wadrima. Thanks so much. All right, let's throw it down to Ish, who's with us today. Ish, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're calling in from today, and when and where you worked for MLA.
Hi guys, buongiorno. I'm calling from Swansea in Wales, and I worked in MLA last summer, between June and September, in the London centres. I worked in the head office and assistant centre director at King's College. And yeah, that's it.
So the reason why Ish is joining us today too is because his center was one of the most successful centers with promoting the MLA gadgets. I don't know if any of our attendees today have bought any of our gadgets, whether it's our silicone bracelets or maybe one of our hoodies or our t-shirts, but Ish led a project with the help of his center director, Lorena, creating a beautiful catalog, working with the activity leaders to really promote the MLA gadgets, and getting them out there for all of our students. So really appreciate that, Ish, and thanks for taking some time with us today.
No problem, thank you.
Yeah, great. So also, before I get started too, Wadrima is calling from Clemson, South Carolina. There were some really terrible storms there a few days ago. So how was everything going down in Carolina? So you and your family safe?
Oh yeah, like it didn't really hit my area too bad, even though it touched down close by. It actually knocked down my tree in my backyard. I had like a huge pecan tree and it's like gone. And we're just so happy that it didn't fall on our house. So there's that. But like down in Seneca, the next town over, it's really bad. Like a whole like water treatment, I think, plant was like destroyed.
So yeah, so we're all under quarantine. We're all staying home. We're all trying to do our parts to get past the virus situation that's happening there, just like all of our attendees, I'm sure, that's out there with us today. But we also have everything else happening in the world too. So we still have these weathers and the storm systems and things that we're dealing with. So it's a really challenging time right now. We're so happy to just be able to create a little bit of a distraction today, hopefully for our students that are watching us from around the world today. And we're going to have some time later for you guys to ask some questions of our different panelists. So thanks once again for being here. So let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about social media and how MLA leverages social media. I would say that from Move Language Ahead standpoint, there are three main platforms that MLA uses. Let's see, does anybody in the audience today, any of our attendees, do anybody know what those three main platforms of social media that are used by MLA? Raise your hand on Zoom. We can unmute your microphone if you know what the three main platforms of social media used by MLA are. Let's see, do we have any volunteers? Who's going to be the brave first person to raise their hand? When you raise your hand in Zoom, just on your attendee panel, you just click on the little hand icon that's on the bottom there, and we can unmute the microphone. All right, you can also chat into us today too. So continue to use that chat feature, and we'll be more than happy to try to respond to all those different questions. All right, but let me give it away. I'll tell you what it is. Number one, we use Facebook. We've been on Facebook for a number of years since Facebook really created a platform for social media, sharing pictures and videos and stories all around the world. We have a lot of followers on Facebook for there. We have over 400,000 followers onto our Facebook page. And we're still very active on that platform. We advertise a lot of our events on that platform. We do different photos and things. So there's lots of different opportunities for us on Facebook. All right, everybody knows the second platform. I think it's probably the most popular platform with our students. Who knows the second platform of MLA social media? I bet Wadrima or Ish could guess. What do you think is the second most popular platform for MLA?
Instagram.
There you go. At the same time, that's right, Instagram. So, you know, Instagram a couple years back just started, and they were all about these photos. They were all about short video clips. And then recently, within the past 5 years, actually Facebook, the company, bought Instagram. So Instagram and Facebook are now integrated, but they have kind of different uses. And also the age range of people that use the platforms, both Facebook and Instagram, tend to be a little bit unique. People that tend to be on Facebook now maybe are a little bit older. So a lot of students out there might not even have a Facebook profile, but maybe your parents are on Facebook or your parents have a Facebook account. But I'm gonna guess that probably 90% of the students that are with us today, maybe even 95% of the students, have an Instagram profile. And Instagram is great for young people because it's just really quick snippets. Everything has a picture attached with it. So, you know, you can see really clearly with your eyes what the content of the post is going to be. Even without reading the subject line, you have an idea of what is happening in the picture. And then recently, Instagram stories have become really popular, where you're able to share, again, very short videos, very short pictures, and you can do that without having your news feed, you know, all filled with all these different things. So people can post 30, you know, 20 pictures a day on their live feed, and you can literally follow them as they move through their day. MLA uses this as well. If you've ever been on MLA's accounts, you can see that we follow students as they go through the days at our summer centers. So from the morning when you wake up and you come to our dining halls and our canteens for your breakfast, and then maybe a short picture of when our students are in class. We show our students on their free time throughout the centers, maybe playing sport activities or in one of our real Chit Chat clubs at the center level. And then, of course, going on excursions. We always love to post little video clips or little pictures of our excursions as we move forward. So Instagram stories have become very popular as well, and is another tool that is leveraged by MLA. So what do we think the third one is? Does anybody want to be brave? Anybody want to type into the chat what we think the third social media platform? And this is a little bit gray. So this is not black and white. Okay, Elena said Twitter. Good guess. We are on Twitter, but I don't consider that one of our three major platforms. TikTok from Elizabetta. Thanks, Elizabetta. No, we are not on TikTok yet, but I imagine with how popular TikTok is becoming that it's something that we're going to need to look into, especially because we have those MLA summer songs. You just heard the MLA summer song from summer 2018. It was the last song that we played with Shotgun. Let's see. Ricky says YouTube, and same with Linda. Another good guess. YouTube is a platform exclusively for videos. The videos tend to be longer content, so more than just a couple of seconds. YouTube videos tend to be at least 1 minute to 3 minutes in length. We have a YouTube account. It's not as popular as our other accounts. So I'll go ahead and give away the answer. Well, actually, let's see. Ish, do you have an idea what our third platform is?
I'm going to be boring. If I said LinkedIn, would I be wrong?
So LinkedIn is not correct, but LinkedIn is definitely important for our company too, because, you know, LinkedIn is another social media platform that's geared for professionals. And why LinkedIn is important for us as a company is we have hundreds of young people that work for our company every year. So we have activity leaders that work for us, or our social media managers. We have a lot of teachers that work for our company, and they want to show off the fact that they worked for MLA. So when they go and they put into their LinkedIn profile that they worked for MLA, it's important for them to find our company and be able to link to our company. So when they're going out to find a career in the future, they're able to show their employers this company that they worked for and what does our company stand for? What is it that we do? So that's really important. But not the answer I'm looking for, but it was a great one. What about you, Audrina? What do you think?
I don't know. It's not our website, is it? Like,
you're close. Yeah, a website would not necessarily be social media, but you're really close. And I might get some disagreement from our students today about what I'm calling social media. But the third prong to our approach to kind of connecting with our students and our families is our blog. It's the MLA blog. So the blog is something that we keep up with on a regular basis. We have a team in the office that write article posts for our blog. And it's really important. We get over 100,000 reads on our MLA blog every week. So with the articles and the different things that we post about and we talk about on our blog, it's really important for people to learn about how the company is doing and what keeps our company moving forward. So yeah, so the first one is Facebook, most popular on Facebook. Then we have Instagram, which is great. Most of our students always love Instagram. And if you haven't, by the way, liked us or followed us on Instagram, please do so. And then thirdly is our MLA blog. But we do have profiles both on LinkedIn and YouTube. We don't have one. We have one on Twitter. We don't have one on TikTok yet, but I think it's going to be coming soon, Elizabeth. Don't you worry. So, all right. So let's go ahead and let's move on. So what I'd like to know from our panelists is kind of, I would like to know where you studied. So where did you get your education? What did you study in school? So let's start with those questions. And we'll start first at the bottom with Ish.
Hi. Okay. So I went to university in Cardiff and I studied mechanical engineering. And I graduated with a master's in mechanical engineering. So that's what my background is. And I currently now work as a property consultant in London.
All right, so nothing necessarily to do with social media, but no. You do use social media regularly in your personal life.
Personal and professional. That's why I think I mentioned LinkedIn. So it's one of those things that in the professional space, we use LinkedIn to kind of show off what we're doing. But also in my personal life, I've always kind of dabbled in social media and like helping some of my friends who are like musicians or other creative artists kind of like get out a message or help them with some ideas. So that's where I dabble with social media. And I've always kind of been in the creative space. Like in university, I used to do a lot of acting. I used to write scripts. So as a hobby, I like to do stuff that are creative outlet and try to get that message out there. So I like to kind of perform and show off what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, definitely creativity and social media go hand in hand. So it's all about getting that right angle, getting the right lighting. Yeah. So yeah, we know how that goes. So that's great. Wadrima, what about you? Where did you go to school and what did you study?
Well, I went to school down in Florida. I went to Florida Atlantic University, where I majored in multimedia studies in film, video, and new media with a minor in graphic design. Right now I'm actually working as a marketing videographer for a college, technical college where I'm at. So that's been interesting.
Yeah, so you've actually taken a degree in social media more or less, or communications media, and now you're applying it to what you do. So that goes with my next question, and maybe you've already found it, but what do you think is your dream career? If you were to come up with your dream career, like I'm in my dream job now. I get to work with students all around the world and run these language schools for MLA. What do you think your dream career would be? And is it in social media?
I don't think it's necessarily in social media. I just feel that social media is such a major major part of our lives right now that you can't really escape it. And I just kind of happen to fall into it. My dream career actually is making film. I like to screenwrite, like Ish said, like I love screenwriting. I like making up stories. So I guess my dream career would be some kind of combination of that traveling, interacting with children because I love working with kids. I actually wanted to teach English abroad. I wanted to go to South Korea, but that's kind of on pause right now. So.
Yeah, you got a lot of time left. You're still young, so there's great opportunities out there for you. So tell me, Ish, what about yourself? So what about, you're right now you're doing some property management, but what about your future? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah, so right now I'm doing property management. I'm a consultant, and I am aiming to study law and go to law, and I'm hoping with that I can work with some in the property. There's a name for it, but work with creative artists, essentially working on their intellectual property, and that's the area I want to kind of work in the future. So when it comes to social media, it's still something I'm learning. I know the benefits of it. So currently I use it more on professional level on LinkedIn and see what I'm doing in my company or connect with other colleagues. But in terms of, as like Wadrima said, it's just something I think it's essential now. We all have to kind of get used to it, get our head around it, because whether we like it or not, this is how we're going to show off what we're doing and progress in our careers.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Now, I have no problem admitting it, but I'm older than both of you. I'm not super old, but I've been around for a while. And I like to brag about, and a lot of my employees know this, but I was in university when Facebook first was created. So for our students that are listening around the world, you might not know this, but when Facebook first came out, Facebook was only for students that were in university. So in order to create an account on Facebook, you had to have an email address that was given to you by your university. And they know that because all university email addresses in the United States would end with .edu. So instead of ending with .com or .net, they would end with .edu. It stands for education. So I was told by one of my friends, there's this new social media thing that's going on out there. There's this new website called Facebook, and everybody's getting on it. So you need to go back into your room and you need to create an account for this Facebook thing. So I didn't do it for a while, but then after a couple of weeks, all of my friends in university were talking about it and everybody was joining it. So I spent one of my Saturday nights in my dormitory room and I created a Facebook account. Come to find out, I am one of the first 13,000 accounts that was created on Facebook, and Facebook now has over 3 billion accounts on Facebook. So to be among the first 13,000, it's unbelievable how long Facebook has been around, and just by telling my friends about what has to do that. But yeah, social media has been with us for a long time, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. I think it's important for all of our jobs, that we try to stay current so we can be able to reach our students, but not only our students, but also reach our students' parents. Because when our students are away at our camps and our programs, they want to know what's happening at the center. And that's why we have social media managers and coordinators at all of our programs. So really the parents and maybe brothers and sisters back home, or boyfriends and girlfriends, grandpops, grandmoms, they get to see what the students are doing on a center. And so having those beautiful videos like that Wadrima has created, or the pictures that she's posting, that's why it's so important for us as our company to utilize social media. So I have a couple more questions, but don't forget, guys, if you're watching us here on the MLA Chit Chat Club, this is meant to be interactive. If you have a question for one of our panelists or a question for me, all you have to do is click the raise your hand button down in the webinar. It's the little hand icon. Go ahead and click that button. We'll get a notification, and I can unmute your microphone, and you can ask your question here live with us on our Chit Chat Club. Okay, so let's see. I've got one more question I think that I want to ask, and then maybe we'll play a little bit of a Chit Chat Club game. Okay, so we'll go back to Ish on this one. What is your favorite celebrity to follow on social media?
Favorite celebrity right now, it has to be Anderson .Paak. He's a musician, and his social media, what I like about it is that he's very active on it. And he knows how to connect with his fans. He's made a dance now for one of his songs that he's got upcoming. and he always puts his son, and he shows his true self, which I think is very important as for an artist at least, to show a kind of an honest perception of themselves. So Anderson .Paak is probably my top social media guy to follow. I'd recommend everyone to follow him.
And you follow him on Instagram?
I follow him on Instagram. Obviously I love his music anyway, but yeah, Instagram he's very active on it.
Awesome, that's great. All right, Wadrima, over to you. What's your favorite celebrity to follow on social media?
I don't necessarily really follow celebrities too much. Like I kind of like to keep tabs on my friends, but at the moment I've been on this Incubus kick, the band. Like I've been like following them like crazy. Yeah. And I'm so mad because my concert I had planned to go in May is canceled for now. So I'm just like, no.
Yeah, I think all of our concerts have been put on hold for a little while. But again, that's the beauty of social media. I mean, during this time when we're all at home and we're all trying to do our parts to, help tide this virus, how many of our artists, our favorite musicians, are putting up concerts, these free concerts on social media, or even just talking with their fans. So imagine, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, we didn't have this platform to be able to connect with those types of people. So, we are really blessed as well about what we have available to us, during these days to be able to get through. So here we go. Sandra's just chatted on to us and said Sandra is old-fashioned, that she doesn't follow celebrities. Well, it's not too late to start. So pick your favorite celebrity. I right now also, I like to follow a lot of chefs because right now they're like giving you recipes and everything else. And I think that cooking at home, especially on the weekends, it's a great way to pass some time. So they're giving me some great recipes and really cool tips and tricks out there. So celebrities are also great people to follow on social media for right now. Like I said, ask any questions you guys have by raising your hand inside of the Zoom. But until then, let's go on and let's play a game. Let's play one of our MLA Chit Chat Club games. And I think this is a perfect game because you both have been talking about your music all morning long. You guys both are really into music. So we're going to call this What's on Your MLA Playlist. Okay, so here we go. Rapid fire answers. I'm going to ask you a question about music and just tell me about the first musician or the first song that's going to come into your mind. Okay? All right, we're going to start up with Wadrima. So Wadrima, what is your go-to song right now on your playlist?
Incubus song is called Our Love.
Our Love by Incubus. Okay, is it a happy song, sad song?
They're like kind of that alternative rock, so it's kind of like different, I guess. It's happy. Okay. There's something about sticking together and
it's an upbeat song.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Ish, on your MLA playlist, what is your all-time favorite song to play when you're happy?
Oh, when I'm happy. it's got to be something from... I really don't know how to answer this. I have a playlist, I just press shuffle, and I listen to anything when I'm happy. But if I had to pick one, probably Bruno Mars. You can't go wrong with that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It has to be Bruno Mars.
You have to move, too, when you listen to Bruno Mars.
If I'm that happy, Bruno Mars is coming on.
All right, Bruno Mars. I'll accept that. Great answer. All right, Wadrima, what is your go-to song to play when you're sad?
Maybe some Evanescence.
Ooh, like a little bit of soul there, right? Okay. All right, that sounds good. All right, so Ish, what is the song that you want to listen to when you're angry? So you had a really bad day at work, you put your headphones on, and you want to hear this song.
Angry, oh God. If I'm angry, I would not listen to any music. I don't listen to particularly angry music. If I had to think of one, maybe some Black Sabbath, some heavy metal, just kind of like get me going.
All right, that's good. All right, here's last question. We'll start with Ish. All right, last question. Most embarrassing song on your playlist right now?
There's a lot. There's a lot of Drake. I have an embarrassing amount of Drake on my playlist, but no particular song. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Beyonce?
But all
Beyonce.
Drake? I don't think Drake's that embarrassing. I think he's a pretty good artist.
Too much Drake is kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
All right, Wadriba, what the most embarrassing song on your playlist right now?
Oh no. Embarrassing? I don't find my music embarrassing. So I've been listening to a lot of NSYNC lately.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a little dated, not 100% embarrassing. All right. I'll tell you mine. I have the entire Little Mermaid album on my playlist.
Good album though.
Yeah.
All those songs are great.
The
I got a
entire
few
thing.
songs from Mona as well.
There was a birthday party of a friend of mine, and it was a Little Mermaid theme. So I said, "Oh, I'll download the album and we can play it through the Bluetooth speaker." But I've never deleted it, so it's just there. And sometimes my playlist is on shuffle, and I'll get a song from the Little Mermaid, come on through the radio. But it always brings a smile to my face. So that's great. All right, we still don't have any questions from the audience, but that's okay. We're going to go on to our last and final game here today on the MLA Chit Chat Club. But don't forget, if you have any questions for any of our panelists today, raise your hands. We'd love for you to talk with us and join us here on the Chit Chat Club. All right? But here we go. So does everybody do you have a drink with you? You got a cup of coffee? Ish, did you have a glass of water with you?
Yes, I have a bit of water with me.
My wonderful.
Oh, the MLA mug. Look at that, huh? All right, wow. So here we go. We're going to play a little bit of MLA, Never Have I Ever, okay? So Never Have I Ever. And so if you've done this thing, then I want you just to take a sip of whatever it is that you're drinking today on MLA, Never Have I Ever, all right? So here you go. First question, never have I ever blocked a member of my family on Facebook? All right, there we go. All right, never have I ever not completed a school assignment and told the teacher that my computer broke. Oh, all right. Wow. We're not going to incriminate you here, so that's fine. No issues there. All right, number 3, never have I ever fallen asleep in a class. All right, well, Dreamy, you and I are keeping up together. It's a little scary.
I think that's
all right. MLA, question number 4, never have I ever cried when watching the Titanic? Okay, all right. Strong audience today. All right, here we go. Never have I ever tried to cut my own hair. Really important question right now. I think we're all dying for a haircut or for a trim or a spot.
Very easy for me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Shave it.
Maybe that's cheating for you, but it's good. All right, here we go. Second to last question. Never have I ever eaten food that has fallen on the floor.
Of course, I have.
Yeah, me too.
Not proud
of it, but it happens.
All
right. Yeah, here we go. Mary Louisa said many times. All right, Mary Louisa, thanks for playing along. I hope you took a sip of whatever you're joining us with today. All right, here we go. Last question today. MLA, never have I ever dropped my phone in the toilet. There we go.
It was awful.
All right, perfect. All right, guys. Well, there you go. Those are the questions that we have today for MLA Never Have Ever. Thanks so much for playing along with us. So one last time, any questions out there for any of our attendees, anybody watching? There's over 35 people joining us today. If you have any questions, just tap that raise your hand button. We'll be happy to unmute your microphone. But we're running almost out of time today. So let me just ask my final question of our panelists. And then if there's any last questions, we'll be able to get to you. So right now, we're all staying at home. We're all trying to do our part. We have so much love and respect for the healthcare workers that are out there trying to keep us all safe during this really uncertain time. But I know that we're all really looking forward to the opportunity to kind of get back to our normal lives and see our friends again and do that. So my last question today is, when we get out of our stay-at-home quarantines, what is the first food we want to eat? So let's go down to Ish first.
The thing I miss the most is my local coffee shop. They used to make the best pain au chocolats and croissants freshly made. So I just want them for breakfast and a latte. That's all I need.
Yeah. Oh God, that sounds so good.
Get back to normality. Yeah.
That's great. All right, Wadrima, what about you? First place you're going to go or first food you're going to eat once we're able to leave home safely?
I've been dying for some Vietnamese pho. Like,
Ooh.
I want some so bad.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I like mine a little bit spicy too. I know what you're talking about. So awesome. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of our MLA Chit Chat Club for today. We're just about out of time. I want to thank all of the attendees that took a part of their day today to share with MLA and our great social media managers that were with us today. I hope you guys learned a little bit about how MLA leverages social media, and maybe we inspired you to look into social media and ways that you can use social media in your lives and your careers coming forward. We're going to be coming your way live every Thursday with the MLA Chit Chat Club. We have different topics and different people joining us from all over the world. We want to thank so much again our panelists. We've got Ish calling in from his home in Wales. We've got Rajima calling in from the United States and South Carolina. And for all of our friends back there, thanks for sharing a part of your day with us. From all of us at MLA around the world, stay home, stay safe. We love you guys. We hope to get back to our normal lives real soon. But until then, we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Take care.